Today we have Pat Natoli from Mission Martial Arts Academy who's going to teach us how to turn an ordinary board into a stunning pile of splinters. Hi Pat, thanks for joining me today.
Hi, how are you, Max?
I'm doing well. So how long have you been involved in martial arts?
I've been doing martial arts for about 23 years. Started my own school, studio, dojo.
You look like you're about 24, so you did it very, very young?
Actually, no, I started as a teenager. I'm older than I look.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Must be all the martial arts. What sort of martial arts do you do?
I practice a traditional Korean style called Jeongdokwan. It's actually an offset of Taekwondo.
Now, for breaking a board, that's something you usually do with your fist. I think of it like when I've seen like displays, Karate Kid type stuff, is it you do it with your fist?
What you want to do is you want to minimize the surface area of the strike, however you're trying to hit it.
You don't
slap
also
it. Like to find no, you don't.
Not a big slap.
You don't slap it, and foreheads don't really work too well either.
Oh, what if you have like a 5-head?
If you had a 5-head,
yeah, she can do it.
That'd be even worse. You're really maximizing.
Oh yeah, you need like a 3-head or something.
3-head. Yeah, definitely. Also, you want to find the most durable parts of your body: fists,
your heart,
the bottom of it, your heart. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Oh, okay. So you would use the upper bicep. Fair enough. So I was going to say, could you use the bottom of your foot? But I can't even really get my leg up that high, so that's
actually
not for me.
the heel of your foot is actually another extremely durable part of your body.
Okay.
But if you were going to do a kick with your heel, someone would probably be holding the boards up,
like behind you,
vertical.
like a donkey. You could donkey kick.
You could donkey kick behind you. Side kick is also a very popular martial arts kick.
I mean, I'm only interested in demonstration. I'm not going to become a martial artist.
Okay.
I'm certainly not for self-defense. I mean, if someone comes at me, I'm just going to scream and run and yell fire. But showing off how to break a board is very much in my wheelhouse.
Sure, I can teach you how to do that.
So does any board fine? I mean, if you just have a board around the house, or what kind of board are we working with?
Well, certain really, really hardwoods and things like plywood, where your grain is crossed, you wouldn't really want to try to break that. It's literally meant to withstand a lot of
karate.
A lot of karate.
Yeah, that's why they build houses out of it, so that someone can't break in with karate.
Someone couldn't break in with karate,
yeah,
exactly. This is pine, this is a pine board.
Okay.
It's a foot long, and you would put shelves in your house. You would paint these and you would put up shelves to hold various karate trophies and things that you might have in your house.
Well, I have a pantry full of karate trophies and peanut butter that's all on pine shelves like that.
You always want to break with the grain, have the lines of the grain facing you. Then here's where the challenge is. Using your own weight, your own mass, and your own movements, generate enough force to flex this board. Now this all happens in a fraction of a second, but you're actually flexing the board so that it passes its strength and ruptures. Okay. And
using one's mass.
Using your mass.
I just had like a very big taco lunch, so I like kind of increased my mass a little bit.
You might
so
have
it
to
might
add
be
a couple boards.
Okay, we'll see.
Today, I think we should try a very simple technique.
Sure.
The old classical karate chop.
Oh, that's a real thing that people still.
Oh yeah, you can do a lot of damage with a karate chop.
Wow, you don't see this much anymore. Like you watch a Jason Bourne movie and it's a lot of like pens and necks and punching through books and things.
You're gonna start by driving your heel down into the ground, okay? Which is gonna turn your hip.
Your front heel or your back heel?
Your back heel.
Okay.
Your back heel. And that's gonna allow your hip to turn and your knee to bend. And already, you're taking your mass, your entire weight, from here to here. And that's compounding the force.
Okay.
Okay? Now you're gonna take your shoulder and you're gonna drop that shoulder down.
Is that all one thing?
That's all one move, but it begins here. If the strike decelerates as it's hitting the board, it probably won't break.
Yeah.
It needs to be accelerating the entire time. So speed is gonna be extremely important.
Fast.
Most people think that big, strong people would be able to break the most boards.
Yeah.
But when you look at it from a physics standpoint, actually a person with less mass and much more speed can generate more force. Now, if you were to add another board, okay?
That seems crazy.
Right on top of it, you greatly increase the tensile strength of that mass. So it's gonna take a lot more force. Because the other board, it's gonna take a lot more force. So 3 boards would even increase that greatly.
Where in the world would you find 3 boards?
When you're doing...
Who's gonna build a house with 3 boards? This is still for breaking through houses, right? Shelves, yeah. Peanut butter karate trophies. I call my peanut butter karate fuel because that's just all I eat before I win trophies. Okay, so you've got 3 boards now. Is this something you can do, or?
Yeah, 3 boards is a good way to measure how much you've learned over the years of martial arts training.
That's like a solid 3 inches.
About 3 inches of wood.
Yeah, 3 times 1. That's how I figured it out. I mean, I'd like to see this movement.
I'll show you this.
I'm not going to try.
I'll show you this movement. Space your feet out about shoulder width. Okay. Begin above the board. Okay, remember, you want to be focused on a point
below
about 4 or 5 inches past the board and be accelerating the entire time.
Whoa. Okay. That's great. That's amazing. Yep, clean through.
You ready? And remember, try to organize the movements. Twist first, drop, and then let that bring your arm down.
Sorry, one more time. Okay, wow, it really comes down fast when you do it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, that's great. That feels great.
That was excellent. You have a big future.
Oh, thank you. A big future. Whew. I'm gonna throw up in the bathroom, I think. Now you know how to absolutely punish an inanimate piece of wood, and nothing cools off a sore hand like a refreshing Dos Equis. Until next time, I'm Max Silvestri for Mental Floss and Dos Equis, reminding you to stay interesting.